There is so much news coming out about the recent events in Moscow, and I think it's a rabbit hole that we need to go down. But in order to understand what's going on, we have to go back a little bit. Let's go back to January 21st, 2024. This headline here says Russia blasts Germany for defending Israel in Gaza genocide case at ICJ. Another one says Russia supports Egypt's efforts in Gaza, rejects forced displacement of Palestinians. And even further back, Putin tells Abbas he'll continue sending aid to Gaza, urges a quick end to war. And you're probably asking, why am I talking about this? Well, it ties in. Have a listen to this. 2 weeks ago.
Hopefully you saw the State Department, our embassy there, put out a notice to all Americans in Moscow to avoid any large gathering, concerts, obviously shopping malls, anything like that, just for their own safety. They should stay put where they are.
Now, he specifically mentioned concerts. The attack that happened was at a concert hall. He also mentioned shopping malls. And now we have this right here from the large London shopping mall in St. Petersburg in Russia, a bomb threat. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so. Now let's look at this. Why is Barack Obama visiting the UK Prime Minister at Downing Street? And that was 6 days ago. Let's go even further back to 2016. Bashar al-Assad says U.S. is not serious about defeating ISIS. Why am I bringing ISIS? Why am I bringing Obama? Because Obama was the president during that time. Trump praises of Russia, Iran, and Assad regime rifles GOP experts. That was in October of 2016, before Trump became president. And this says, with Assad's fate secure, Russia sets its sights on ISIS fighters in Syria. So ISIS originally surfaces under Obama. Now Obama is back in the spotlight. And here is ISIS again. This is from S.L. Kenton. The CIA and Mossad behind the terrorist attack in Moscow. Listen to the Jewish Israeli minister going bonkers on Russian TV. Russia will pay the price because it is supporting the enemy of Israel. What the F is he talking about? Hamas? Now remember the headlines I read you earlier about Putin supporting Gaza. This all seems to be tied in together. Now look at this from Nicole. She says, hashtag Israel ISIS, Israel controls the U.S. government, CIA, Mossad, the same agency. What the F is Daesh, aka ISIS patch, doing on Ukrainian soldiers' uniform? And as more information comes out, it seems like ISIS is tied to Ukraine. And what did they find in Ukraine? CIA bases. Also, this recently, and this is from Ozzy Kosak, and he says Putin grants immunity from prosecution for criminal acts on his soldiers just hours after a video of a Moscow Crocus City Hall terrorist getting his ear cut off during interrogation goes viral. They have a way of getting answers, and Putin wants to make sure that they stay safe. This is part of the article here, and it's from the Reuters editor-in-chief, Margarita, and she says, we already know the names of the perpetrators. We have seen their faces and know what they are saying during interrogations. We are not publishing to avoid disrupting the investigation. And immediately it becomes clear why yesterday American media was shouting in unison that it was ISIS, because it's not ISIS. The perpetrators are simply chosen to convince the global public that it is ISIS. It's a simple sleight of hand, the level of the street corner shell game. So here's the thing, it's not ISIS at all, it's the Ukrainians. And the fact that even before the arrest, before the perpetrators' faces and names were known, Western intelligence agencies began to persuade the population that it was ISIS. So is this truly ISIS, or is Russia using this to further attack Ukraine? And why now? The timing is a bit odd. because just 2 days ago, China vetoes U.S. resolution at UN calling for Gaza ceasefire tied to hostage deal. Why would they veto it? Don't they want peace? Well, look here. It says Hamas voiced appreciation after the veto by Russia and China. It said the draft contained misleading wording that is complicit with Israel and grants it cover and legitimacy to commit a genocidal war against the Palestinian people in the Gaza Strip. China's representative said that the draft dodged the most central issue, that of a ceasefire, through its ambiguous language. Russia's ambassador to the UN said the resolution was exceedingly politicized. Effective green light for Israel to mount a military operation in Rafah, a city on the southern tip of Gaza Strip where more than half of its 2.3 million residents have been sheltering in makeshift tents to escape the Israelis' assault farther north. So knowing this, is Russia being attacked by ISIS through Israel and the CIA? Or is Russia using this attack to go into Ukraine, just like Israel used their attack from Hamas to go into Gaza? Let me know what you think.